Texas A&M versus Auburn. The preview, Chris, what are your thoughts on Texas? Let's see. Hold on one second. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Texas A&M?
Absolutely. No, I got A&M here, Christian. You know, they're 2-1, right? The loss to Miami. We know what they did against New Mexico State week 1. They lost to Miami. I watched most of that game. To me, Miami looked really good. It wasn't that A&M is bad in that game. They made a few mistakes in the third quarter, turned it over, ended up getting down. They had to fight their ass off in the fourth quarter. Congrats to the Miami defense for pretty much shutting them out. I mean, we all know about their quarterback, Connor Weigman. Kid has 8 TDs and 2 turnovers this year, Christian. We talked about him a lot in Texas A&M this offseason about what can they do on offense this year. It looks like their offense has come around. They look 100 times more improved than they did last season. But the big thing, you know, with A&M in this game, especially against Auburn, we don't know a lot about Auburn. They did play Cal in a close game. That's pretty much all we know about Auburn so far. A&M's got to start running the football, though. It's amazing to me. They lost A-Chain last year to the Dolphins in the draft, but, I mean, they don't have anybody that's really proven to me so far that can run the ball. I mean, they predominantly become this pass-happy offense, which I don't love if I'm Jimbo Fisher, personally. They're averaging, I think, like right around 130 yards per game on the ground. Now, that's not terrible, but a lot of that was against a couple lesser opponents. Miami, they didn't have shit in that game. So, my big thing into this game, Christian, I'll say this. The game is played at A&M. It's Kyle Field. You hear about it all the time. Nobody wants to play A&M at A&M, right? Use the crowd to your advantage. Get off to an early start in this game and set the tone early. And I mean on the defensive side of the ball. I think Auburn's going to want to run the football. You're going to let me know here shortly. But I think A&M needs to get off to a hot start. And they have time to turn the season around. I don't think losing to Miami is the end of their, you know, Jimbo Fisher, fire this guy talk. I don't think that's too early. So, Christian, I'll kick it back over to you here for Auburn.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, Auburn, they're 3-0 this year. And the only team they've played is a 2-1 Cal team that was one of the sloppiest games I think we've stayed up to watch in a long time. Maybe even this year. I mean, arguably. To be fair, though, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough game. I mean, it was a road game late at night on the West Coast, so we understood that coming into it. But still, quarterback Peyton Thorne didn't look good against Cal and gave way to Robbie Ashford. By the way, he also had 2 interceptions last week against Samford. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, how does he do against a tough Texas A&M defense, dude? I mean, Texas A&M, especially at home, they're no slouch. Like you said, Chris, Auburn currently has the 89th best passing offense in the country. And, you know, my biggest question mark for Auburn, who's going to step up and be the quarterback and take this job, right? Who's going to take the job coming in as SEC play begins for Auburn? That's the biggest question mark I think most Auburn fans have on their mind right now. By the way, team's also ranked 14th in total defense right now. So how will they hold up against a very good Texas A&M passing attack? You touched about that. They've kind of gone away from trying to run the ball at times, and they've really tried to really just go up-tempo and throw the ball with Weigman. That's going to be really interesting to kind of see how does that defense stack up against it. Chris, I'll give you my final score predictions here. Auburn, 17. Texas A&M, 35.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's my exact prediction. I have wrote down right here.
There you
Auburn, 17. A&M, 35. You can't hit the nail more on the head there. Holy shit. That surprised the hell out of me. When you said Auburn 17, I was like, oh boy, he's going to say 35 for A&M. You sure did. So, that's awesome.
Great minds think alike, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what they say. That's what they say.